Well, got some exciting news on something I bought this morning, but I'm not going to spill the beans just yet. But it is about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Back over here on my clearing job, got a little sprinkle coming through. I'm gonna rake around those ashes, get that back burning, and see which way the wind is actually going to blow. As long as it's not blowing directly towards their house, I'm gonna set that pile over there on fire, see if I can't get a lot of that burn up this afternoon and tomorrow. And I was already talking with the owner. He wants me to go ahead and clear another acre, or about 2 or 3 more acres back there in the back, to kind of get some more pasture while I'm here, and then run over all that, regrade it, and root rake that as well that the other fella did. So I'm gonna put the bucket on so I can sort through these ashes a little bit and get that fire going. Well, as always, it never really takes a lot of work for me to get a fire back going. Didn't even have to splash any diesel fuel on it. I literally just piled up all my burnt ends, and it is raging, and the smoke is blowing in a great direction. So I'm going to grab that fire and try to put it on my other pile here real quick. Let's see if we can grab this and not melt everything. See how quick we can move it over here to the other pile. See if I can't just set this pile on fire with this. So I'll put this right here and go grab some more of that stuff. And it's going to take a minute, but that should flare back up and get to burning again. I'm going to grab some more of this smaller stuff that is nice and hot now, and then I'll just round up the rest of this stuff. That should be going good by then, I would think. The excavator never moves fast enough when you're trying to like grab with stuff on fire in the bucket. That should do it though. And now I'm going to round up all the pieces that I dropped, so I don't have random pieces of burning wood everywhere. Well, it doesn't appear that I'm going to have to worry about the fire burning. It's as tall as the trees are. I might need to go over there and grab some of those stumps and throw in there. Or maybe I just need to sit back and enjoy it. Might just sit back and enjoy it and let that die down a little bit. Well, we gotta lose the cherry tree. It got cremated in the fire, and also told the owner that those are not good trees to have around horses. Evidently, from what I've heard in the past, that is some sort of, the leaves can be toxic. Like if a branch falls in the field, it's only like when the leaf becomes like starts to wilt or something like that. It's like a very toxic state, and it can kill the horses. So we're going to go ahead and take this tree down and get rid of it. Starting to rain now. My fire is getting a little big over here, and it's just a little more reassuring with rain falling out of the sky that I'm not going to set something else on fire. But it's like the perfect scenario to burn. Everything's still nice and dry, but there's just enough moisture on the ground around everything to keep, you know, hot embers from setting the pine straw on fire. This joker is going to town, which I kind of figured it would. Stuff had kind of had a month or so to dry out. That's going to just vaporize, watch. Sizzle, sizzle. That's a hell of a fire. Look at that. Thing is going to town. I was trying not to run over those steps, what's left of them. I'm glad I'm clearing everything back there because I have cremated a couple of trees. Which, when I like to burn and get it over with, and not sit there and monkey around with piles for days on end. Which, you know, sometimes you got to play it safe and do that. But if I have the opportunity to like burn a whole entire acre's worth of trees in like 4 hours, I'm gonna do it. Now, it might be very intense for that 4 hours of like watching everything, but I like to get it done, and then it limits my risk of stuff getting out of hand. You can knock it out really quickly. Throw this in the fire, and then we're just going to sit back and watch it burn for a little while. So the fire is burning down great. I've come over here. This is the next section that he wants me to clear. I don't know, at least 2, 3, maybe 4 acres more of this right here. It's pretty much old farmland that's overgrown. So this is pretty much all poplar trees, hardwood trees. So should go pretty quickly. It's just going to be a lot of stuff because it's pretty much all trash. I don't know if it's really worth me trying to cut anything. Stuff's pretty small, so I'll have to kind of get in here and see what it looks like. I just don't know if it's worth all the time to try to cut any wood out of that. So we'll see, but I may start piddling with getting a little bit of this cleared. So I'm over here on the logging job. Kevin called me, and this rain kind of came in right as they was loading the truck, and he went to pull forward and the truck started sliding and they almost couldn't get it to stop. So he grabbed it with the excavator, and I think the excavator is trying to slide down the hill with the truck. So I'm either going to come over here with the D7 and hold it, or the 350 or something, and see if we can get this truck safely down the hill here. All right, so we're going to use the D7, hook a chain around the bottom of the blade. I'm afraid to use the winch because that cable is actually pretty rotten in there, and I'm afraid if it breaks, it's not going to be pretty. So we'll use the D7, and he's got a log chain we'll hook to it. Those tires are packed with mud. Let's see, make sure you... Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. We got to go pull out the stuck log truck that's almost sliding down the hill. Fire has burnt down really well. Yeah, not much left at all, so I'll come back next time and keep clearing some more.